Our ambition at UCSF is to be the world's preeminent health sciences innovator, and education is critical to that ambition. Students challenge us, they push us, they inspire us, and in the innovation world, nothing is better than having a student ask you, why did you do it that way? Can't we do better?
We have graduate students who have changed the way we think about science. In my own laboratory, some of the most innovative things that have come out of our own research came from a graduate student who'd come into my office and ask what they thought was a crazy question with a crazy idea. So graduate students here, they're our sort of spark. They're our new innovative light, and so we treat them as that. We treat them as our partners. We treat them as something special.
To be both a medical student and a graduate student, living in both those worlds for just a little bit of time, you realize how much overlap there really is. I came into this field with a more sort of computer science, typical Bay Area type background. As an undergraduate, I was given the opportunity almost serendipitously to apply some of these technical skills to a clinical problem. I was looking for graduate school for a place that makes that happen a lot, and there's really, I think, no other place that does it as well as we do here.
The most important thing I like to tell students who are thinking about UCSF is that they can come to UCSF to learn how to be a leader. No matter where you are, you're amongst colleagues who are truly inspiring, who themselves are leaders.
My dad suffered a traumatic brain injury, and we spent a lot of nights in the ICU. And it's really the nurses who just came and were there, stood by our sides day in and day out, night after night. And that's when I knew I wanted to be a nurse.
We've made a specific commitment as an institution to interprofessional education. And I think that's a unique opportunity that our students have at UCSF to interact with, to collaborate with, and learn from their fellow either professional students or from the basic science trainees who also are here at UCSF.
A really big strength of UCSF is it's not just a medical school, it's also a nursing school and a pharmacy school and a dental school. But you need a place that you can talk to these people and walk to their office in 5 minutes, and that's what we have here.
All of our schools, both the professional schools and the graduate program, are constantly asking themselves, how do today's students and trainees learn best? And what that brings, that questioning, is innovation in our curriculum. Innovation on how people learn, what's the best way to teach, and I think that's part and parcel of the innovation at UCSF.
I have plenty of mentors from very different backgrounds. Everybody is on the same playing field. I never feel like, I'm the student and they're the mentor. It's always a very collegial kind of friendship environment across all the disciplines, which is a great way to learn and a great place to be.
Also, the students are part and parcel of service learning, something where we give back to the community and providing care in our local community, often people who can't pay, and in the world, often people who don't have the means to access the best in medicine and clinical care.
I would like to be a clinical nurse specialist in an emergency department with a trauma service. Coming from a minority background myself, I have experienced firsthand the health disparities that exist with minority, low-income populations, and I want to correct that. I want to be there to provide firsthand care to people who need it most, despite what's in their wallet or the color of their skin.
What I'm most interested in is, in addition to kind of the number of lives that will be affected by my work, is really driving down the cost of this. So to that end, we've worked on several devices. One is a device which we believe can predict preterm labor several weeks before it occurs, which this allows physicians the time to diagnose the underlying cause of the labor and treat it.
When we get private support and it helps us with our scholarship programs and support for the students, in many ways that's our quest to minimize the debt burden that students take on. So not only does that not impact their choice of whether or not to come to UCSF, just as importantly, it allows them to have every option in the world when they've completed their training.
And having the money that's necessary to make sure that we launch them on a career that will be successful outside the university is really one of the greatest opportunities that we have.
Scholarships changed everything for me. I'm a single woman, I'm from a low-income family, and I wouldn't be standing where I am today if it wasn't for scholarships. I can focus all my effort and energy on what I'm really passionate about, on nursing. To the donors who've supported my education here at UCSF, I just want to say thank you.
Thank you for supporting UCSF, because the work that we do here really will benefit people's lives, within the next decade, within the next few years. There's nothing more tangible than a life saved or a life affected. And that's really what we strive to do here with your support.